Hi everyone, it's Tony Richards and welcome to the Tony Richards Life Focus. We've been talking a lot this week about the coronavirus and leadership and faith and prayer and having the strength to go forward. I want to read to you today. It's an anonymous, we don't know who wrote it, but I think it's very fitting. Because I think during these times, we need to stop and pause and reflect and think about some things. So, got to put the glasses on here because I want to read this to you. A teacher places a mason jar filled with rocks in front of his class and asks if the jar is full. Yes, the kids say. He takes a pail with smaller pebbles and pours them into the jar, shaking it until they fill the spaces between the rocks. Is the jar full, he asks. Yes, they say again. The teacher then adds a scoop of sand in the jar. The grains fall between the larger and smaller rocks. Is the mason jar full? He asks. The class inspects the jar. There is no more room for anything else, and so they say yes. Susan, then the teacher smiles, grabs a pitcher with water, and proceeds to fill the water into the jar to the brim. The teacher explains that the demonstration is an analogy. He tells them that the jar is your life. The jar right now is the situation that we're in right now. The rocks are the big things in your life, such as your family, your partner, your health, your hopes and your dreams. And for many of us right now, the rocks are the coronavirus. The pebbles are the other things that give life meaning, like friendships, a job, or hobbies. And the sand and water are all the small things that fill in the rest of our time. You see, the point is that if you fill your life with the small stuff, how will you ever be able to put in the big important stuff? Everything fits in the jar just like the components of your life, but you need to consider how the small stuff fits around the bigger things and not vice versa. So what we're really saying is the coronavirus is really the pebbles. The coronavirus is not life itself. So many of us, I get so many emails and text messages from people that say, what am I going to do? How am I going to get through this? Well, you will. We all will. We have to take certain precautions. And if we take those precautions, the chances are that we are going to get through successfully. But if we don't, then we're making the smaller pebbles into the bigger rocks. Be careful with that. Choose those things which in your life are the big things. Your dreams, your goals, your family, your jobs, your life, your everything you do. But understand there are a lot of small things that make up those big things too, like your friends, the rest of your family. Not the entire job, but those things that are fulfilling to you and satisfying to you. Those are the things that make up the smaller pebbles and rocks. Our friends, our church. No matter what it is or you are facing today, whether it's this coronavirus or whether there are other things impacting your life that are just as strong today, understand that there is room in your life and you will get through it. You will move through it. You'll understand it. And it'll make you stronger for it. So whatever it is and however it is that you're being impacted by this virus, know that it is a pebble. It's not the big rock. The big rock itself is you. And you have to stay strong, and you have to stay committed, and you have to keep going forward. I'm going to conclude this week with a saying by Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson. And he says, knowing your current reality is the first step in creating your new life. Look at your current reality. Look at where you are currently. Now, understand how that reality impacts and fits into the bigger picture of your life. And when you do that, you'll go forward. Thanks for joining me today and this entire week. I'll be praying for you all weekend. We'll see you next week. Write me at TonyRichardsSpeaking@gmail.com. Check out my website at TonyRichards.net. Have a great day, a great evening, wherever you are in the world. Stay strong, stay safe. Understand which are the pebbles that are impacting you, but understand also the bigger picture, the bigger rocks that make up you and your life. And when you do that, you'll go forward.